check, check.
Maybe up in this tree. Did you name it?
Me? No, I know. Thank you. That was this one.
This is yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Or that. can't.
De'Aaron, just how good did it feel to get back out there on the court, and how happy are you for Mike Brown to get that 400th win today?
It felt good. It felt good just to be able to go out there and just contribute. When you're hurt, you're not playing, and you're just watching, like I don't want to say feel helpless, but you want to be out there to help your team. And I didn't know until because I actually saw Miguel grabbing the ball. I'm like, why is he grabbing the ball? What happened today? And we walked back, and they said it was his 400th win. So, we want to keep that number growing.
De'Aaron, what do you see from Keegan defensively matched up against Donovan Mitchell? And just what do you see from him on that end?
I think he was great. Just trying to be disruptive. I think he's moving so much better than he did when he first got into the league. And I think he could be an outstanding defender. I mean, he's 6'8", he's long. Obviously, he can already shoot the ball. He can already do things offensively. So for us, if he can be that type of guy defensively, that's huge for us. And holding a guy like that to 7 for 21 from the field, you have to tip your hat off to what Keegan did tonight. And obviously, it's still a team effort. You can't stop Donovan, with one guy. But I think he did a hell of a job tonight.
Offensively, Keegan and Kevin, they were 11 for 17 shooting in a three-point territory, and I know you've been really supportive of them and, urging them to keep shooting. Could you talk about, their shooting in these last couple of games?
Yeah, man, we want to get them easier shots. Obviously, it's never easy, running off of a pin down with a guy chasing you, but we want to try to be able to get those guys some easy looks. Obviously, we had two guys who were all-stars, two guys who can, really control the game. And we need them. The way that we play, everybody's touching the ball's moving. And at times you just find, even as an elite shooter with this team, at times you just find yourself wide open, and that's a bit of a different feeling. But we need them to get going. Not many times we're going to have a guy with 40, a guy with 40, a guy with 30. Like we spread the wealth with this team, and we had 4 guys with over 20 today. And I think that just shows the type of team that we have.
Earlier this morning, was there any doubt that you wouldn't go? I mean, did you have any doubts that you'd be able to play?
After played 3-on-3 2 days ago, and then I was in full practice yesterday. For me, it's like, I've had an ankle sprain before, so there are some pains that that aren't going to go away for the next couple months. But for me, it was do that, see how I felt in the morning, see how I felt after shoot around, and I think whenever I got up today and I wasn't sore, I felt like I was good to go.
And was there any limitations at all? Obviously, it didn't appear so, but...
Yeah, but I'm not going to say what it is. I can't say what it is. But I feel well enough to go out there and affect the game. So if I didn't feel like I'd be able to affect the game in a positive way, I wouldn't be playing.
De'Aaron, did you aggravate that, or did it hurt something else at some point in the game? You were a little bit...
No, I was just trying to stop, and I said there's parts where you kind of know that it's going to hurt for a while, it's going to linger for a while. Hurt for a little bit, and I was fine after that.
You felt the ankle a little bit?
Yeah,
okay.
Just a little bit.
This is the third time in your 4 games you guys have scored 130. What is it, about you being out there that just supercharges this offense?
I think I have a type of gravity and being able to touch the paint and just try to make it easier on guys. When I'm out there are times where I'm like, my guy's literally standing right next to me. So if you can turn the corner by any means. And these are just types of things that I'm telling my teammates to try to get them easier looks, because there are times where they'll come off and look at me and I'm like, bro, my guy's standing right here. You have so much space. It looks like y'all are playing 4-on-4. And I try to get out, try to get us easy baskets, rather if I'm shooting the ball or just getting the ball down court quickly. And I think when I'm playing, I think the pace picks up a little bit. And even with the fast pace that we played tonight, we had 10 turnovers. If we play like that, I feel like it's hard to beat us.
De'Aaron, did Mike get the crown?
Mike did get the crown today. The pictures are going to be great.
Fantastic.
Pictures are it's gonna be a great picture.
I'm excited for it. The other one,
He asked us what should he do, and he was like, "Do I do it like this?" No, you're gonna see it. It's gonna be great.
going to be epic. Love it. The other one is when Malik took that charging foul. I think there was a funny moment between Malik.
Terrible. That was
Can you just talk on that?
terrible overturn, right?
I agree.
That was horrible.
But beside the point, the defensive effort that you were able to provide and just the fun that you have with Mike, especially in that moment, just to play for a guy like that, what does that mean?
It's great. I mean, you can go out there and have 30, don't miss a shot. He's going to be more excited about you taking a charge or you getting the verticality at the rim. And that's something that they've been trying to get Malik to do for a long time now. And we're still going to count it as a charge for him. But no, it's great playing for somebody like that. And he makes the game fun. He makes it he tries to make it fun to play defense. And you saw an example out of that tonight.
De'Aaron, welcome back. Congrats on the win. While you were out, we saw Keon step up in a big way on both ends of the floor. Just curious, from your point of view, what did you see from him while you were out?
He did what he does in practice. He's extremely disruptive. He's 6'4", 6'5", long arms. He can get into the ball. He gets a lot of deflections. When guys are driving, he's able to get his hand on the ball, and he's like a playmaker defensively. And I feel like as he's continuing to get comfortable playing, real NBA minutes, I feel like he's going to continue to grow as a player. And obviously, we want him offensively to, feel as free as everyone else does. But what he brings for us defensively has been good for us.
Does it feel like Sasha is getting a little bit more comfortable?
Definitely. And I think he's having more fun. I feel like obviously coming over, not knowing anybody, and I think he came by himself right now. It's a different transition. I feel like it's a difficult transition, a transition that probably most of us have never had to really do. It's different moving state to state. It's not the same as moving across the ocean. So I feel like he's starting to enjoy himself, and obviously he's making shots, and I feel like that just kind of takes a weight off your back, and you can see it. He's having joy in playing basketball right now. So that's great for him, and that's great for us.
De'Aaron, I think you talked about this a little bit last season. You mentioned 4 players finishing with 20 tonight, and we know the connections you've had with your teams going back to Kentucky. How much are you enjoying just seeing a roster so full of weapons now on both ends of the floor that just, I guess, make the game more enjoyable?
You love it, man. It makes it easy. It makes it a lot easier for you. Obviously, there are times where, I do have to step up in whatever I'm asked to do, but when you have a team like that, and especially when guys like Kev and Keegan got it going, and Domas is playing well, and the ball's humming. We shot 60% and 48% from three, and we weren't taking tough shots. I feel like almost every shot that we took tonight was a good shot. And when you're playing like that, it's hard to not enjoy playing basketball, even if you're not having a good game yourself. Like everybody else has it going, and I think as a team, guys enjoy seeing everybody else, be successful.
De'Aaron, you've been a part of some teams that didn't do so well and had similar starts as far as record-wise. What about this team makes your trust with them, different?
Well, I think, what we did last year, obviously, is still, I would feel like holds a little bit of weight, and we know that we can go out there and we can compete with anybody, especially with the offensive weapons that we have. But for us, we know we have to hang our hat on the defensive end. And with our offense, we can hang with anybody. And that'll probably never be the problem. So we already feel like we can win games with that alone. But for us, we know that just being able to take our defense to the next level, I feel like makes us a top-tier team. And we have confidence that we can win every game that we go out there.
Thanks, everyone.
Yep.
Just playing. They said COVID. You mean the flu?
Keegan, we've seen you kind of make your way through the slump, and it feels like you're out of it. Do you feel that at this point, that you've kind of joined the ranks of you and Kevin, guys who have found their game here early in the season?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like tonight was kind of a night where we're kind of waiting on, where we all put it together on the same night, and obviously I feel like it flowed really well, and it felt good for everyone to, I guess, get their own in an efficient way.
No offense to Mike, I think you deserve the crown tonight, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, that's all good.
For you, though, defensively, being assigned the best player on the opposing team every single night, just that challenge that you've started the season off with, how do you attack that, and how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, I love it. I mean, when I was in college and even last year, I really wasn't known as a defender, and I just tried to figure it out on my own, and obviously asked the coaches, and the coaches helped me too. But it's just a lot of figuring out what guys do and their tendencies, and then just trying to be the aggressor on defense. Because I mean, I feel like over the offseason, I kind of got more athletic and stronger, and that's helped a lot.
Keegan, do you feel like being able to guard the best player on the other team is helping you offensively?
I mean, yeah. When things aren't going good, I always just try and pick it up on that end, and I feel like if I can do both of those well in the same night, then it's a good night for me. And obviously, it helps our team a lot to take pressure off Fox and Kevin and guys like that.
Keegan, 23s tonight. It seems like with this group, when it rains, it pours, and when one guy gets going, everybody seems to kind of feed off of that. Can you explain that from a shooter's point of view when you see De'Aaron or Kevin or anybody start to shoot, how it helps you in your shot?
Yeah, I think it just comes with confidence as a team. Obviously, the crowd gets into it when we're hitting shots and at good times, and that obviously helps a lot. And obviously, guys, I feel like catch the rhythm with that, and our teammates help us too on the sidelines with the confidence. So just seeing it all together, it happened a lot last year and happened tonight. So.
Keegan, what was it like to get Fox back tonight, and just how does life change out there on the floor when you're able to run with him?
Yeah, I mean, he obviously helps us a lot. Just the way he creates his own shot, the way defenses pay attention to him, opens a lot of spacing for me, Kevin, HB, to go off screens, attack the basket, things like that. So when he's in the game, it helps us get open looks for sure.
Mike always seems like he has a lot of energy, but it almost felt like tonight was on another level, just hyping you guys up. Like, what does it mean to have a coach like that? And did you feel like it was maybe a little added tonight?
I mean, when we're competing defensively, I feel like what we did in the second half, it's hard not to get excited during that. So, and the fact that Malik stood in there and took a charge helped too with what he's been saying. But no, I mean, everyone contributed in a positive way on the defensive end, and that makes the coaching staff happy.
To bounce off that a little bit, I know Mike is the only NBA coach you've known in your young career, but as he celebrates his 400th career win, can you just talk a little bit about the relationship that you've had with him and how he's helped you personally through your career so far?
Yeah, I mean, he's always pushing me. I mean, even last year, he didn't treat me like a rookie. He treated me like a guy that's been in the league for 5-6 years, and that's all I could have really asked for my rookie season. So he's going to be a guy that I'm always going to remember at the start of my career, and hopefully through my career as a coach has had a big impact on me.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah.
Man, that was a good win. It's a good team in the locker room, and they're big, they're long, they're athletic. JB does a heck of a job with that group, and for us to find a way to get a win against a good team like that felt good. If there was one thing I can complain about was their length bothered us, their athleticism a little bit. The offense rebounded and converted a lot of the offensive rebounds that they had. But other than that, I told our guys, I said that was a fun game to watch. Guys moved the ball. They took great shots. They tried to play fast. They tried to play the right way, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of great performances by a lot of different guys. Obviously, Fox was Fox. Domas was Domas. Kevin shot the lights out. Malik came off the bench and gave us a huge lift. Sasha gave us a huge lift. And Keegan, you're not stopping a guy like Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell is a really, 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 really good basketball player, as you guys know. I mean, it's an all-star, and you just want to hope to try to make him work. And Keegan had him most of the night. Duarte had him some too. Keon had him some, and 7 for 21 from the field. It's almost impossible to do, and I'm sure he felt he missed a couple of shots, but I got to take my hat off to our guys. They tried as best they can to make him work, and you couldn't ask for anything more than what they gave us tonight, especially guarding him.
Mike, first off, congrats on 400.
Thank you.
I heard that you got the crown this evening.
It should have gone to Keegan.
Should have gone to Keegan.
But nobody in the locker room listens to me.
Side of the point, winning 400, looking back on that, just from your coaching career, just what does a milestone like that mean to you?
Man, I just, you feel all of the emotions, fortunate, blessed, lucky. You go back to my time in Cleveland with Dan Gilbert, and, you thank him and his family just for an opportunity. You thank all the players, LeBron, Sajunas Ilgauskas, Anderson Varejao, Daniel Gibson, Eric Snow. I mean, I can go on and on and on. Even in L.A., the Bus family giving me an opportunity. The late Kobe Bryant, Pau Gasol, Andrew Bynum, Derek Fisher, Matt Barnes. I mean, I can go on and on there, too. Just the opportunity. Cleveland again with Dan Gilbert. Here, obviously, being a partner with Vivek, it's been a short run so far, but it's been a fantastic run. He's just a quality human being, and he's passionate about Sacramento. He's passionate about the Kings, and so to be able to be in this with him and current players, Foxy, Domas, Keegan, Kevin, HB, Malik, on down the line, you feel blessed, lucky, fortunate to be around quality people, and people that, obviously play at a high level, perform at a high level, and are good people too. And, you're able to be a part of it, and with me being the head coach, I get the recognition, but it has a lot to do with all the people that are around me, and players, coaches, owners, medical staff, front office. I mean, I can go down the line, and I feel all of those things and above to be able to sit here and quote unquote be a part of 400 wins in this league, because this league is hard. It's very hard.
Along those lines, I mean, ironic that it is Cleveland where you got your start back in 05. I mean, do you even just remember, could you have even imagined 400 wins for yourself here tonight?
No, I mean, I didn't even know. Really. Nick, one of our performance coaches, comes in our coaches area after the game, and he starts to say something, and me, I'm still a little bent up, I guess, about the game. And I'm like, Nick, what? And he goes, Doma. Then he looked at me and he felt me. He goes, nothing. so then all the other coaches were like, what, Nick, what? He goes, Domas wants you to get the defensive player of the game because you had 400 wins. And I was like, oh. That was the first time I found out. And so I said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Jordy, don't play that. It's Keegan. Keegan did a heck of a job. So then I walked out. I walked in, gave my little speech, turned it over to Jordy, and he started down. And I thought he was off to a good start. And then after he talked about Keegan and he used the word but, I was like, Jordy, don't do that. He doesn't listen to me. And it happened. But I didn't even know. But it for sure is an honor to be a part of something like that in this league.
Mike, through the 5 games without Fox, you saw some real struggles from some of your guys. But do you think it's possible that guys like Keegan and guys like Kevin Huerter sort of needed something like that, where they're pushed to be something more when Fox is out, and now we're kind of seeing what it can look like when he's back with them?
For sure. You know, I said it. You know, I was just excited about going through the adversity. I mean, it sucked, if I could say that word, going through it, you know, for everybody. And people weren't feeling good. And, you know, we had some people kind of panicking and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, if we can't get through what we went through, was 3-game losing streak, and we might go on a 5-game losing streak, I don't know. But if we can't get through that at this point in the season, after starting 2-1, averaging 120 points a game when Fox in the lineup, if we can't get through that, we're not playing for anything this year. So I was confident because those guys are shooters. That's one of the things they do at a high level. But I wanted our guys to understand we can still win games. We can still impact games if our shot's not going in. And we started to do that, which was exciting for me because our guys started to realize that they didn't need it. I mean, it's great to make shots, but they didn't need to make shots. And if we play defense like we're capable of, if we do the little things like we're supposed to do, focus on the details, that was one of the things that we talked about to take that next step, we're going to give ourselves a chance.
Mike, there's a pretty famous clip of Steve Kerr reacting to a Steph Curry 3 and just smiling and kind of having fun and enjoying the moment. I bring that up because we saw the reaction that you had to the charge call that was overturned by Malik. But I guess with this team, you know how capable they are on offense and the focus on improving the defense. But are you able to step away from the coaching responsibilities for a bit and just enjoy when your team plays the way that they do tonight?
For sure. I told him, I said I enjoyed watching them. But I didn't see the replay, so I'm still excited, you know, because I've challenged Malik and Kevin to stand in there and take a hit, and Malik took the hit, and I was excited for him. I was excited for me, you know, for his team. That was big. I was genuinely excited for that, and I wish the call would have stayed, but at the end of the day, I don't give a rat's behind. He took the hit like he's supposed to, and to me, that shows growth.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
To see De'Aaron come back tonight and you guys score 130 for the 3rd time, I think, in 4 games that he's been out there. Does that, you know, kind of going back to my question to you pregame about, you know, maybe eventual MVP type discussions, is that another example of just how he kind of supercharges this team and that offense?
No doubt. I mean, he's that caliber player, and you know, his play and our play are going to start getting him the recognition that he deserves. But I'm telling you, the crazy part about it is he's just scratching the surface of who he can be, and when he gets there, look out, everybody.
You mentioned Keegan's defense. De'Aaron described it as he just feels like he's moving better than he did last year. What do you credit that to?
You know, they play. The 2 of those guys played a lot of one-on-one this offseason, and you know, it's a testament to Fox's leadership. You know, taking Keegan under his wing and telling him, "Hey, I'm about to work out, young fella. Come work out. Let's play one-on-one because you're going to have to get used to guarding guys quick like me and guarding guys in pick and roll situations and stuff like that. And so I think that's helped a lot. Keegan's been in the weight room, working on his body, so he's able to move his feet, especially against quicker guys. And as he step slide and take that hit in the chest and not fold, keep his balance and continue to guard the ball. And he has a better feel of how to navigate screens, especially off the ball. And, you know, all of it's starting to come together for him because we expect him to be, if not the most versatile defender on our team, at least one of them. And we shouldn't have a problem at all putting him on a guy like Steph, a guy like Donovan Mitchell, or even a bigger guy like LeBron or Kawhi. Well,
Coach, Sasha, I don't know if you spoke about him yet, but he's taking those baby steps, but he's getting bigger, and you're seeing that, in some of his gestures. Could you just talk about, his growth so far and how far he can go?
Sasha has a great feel for the game of basketball on both ends. And, he hit a couple of big shots tonight. He should have hit his third or his fourth one. He kind of went in and bounced out. And to have a guy like that on the floor, it gives everybody else a lot of room. And it makes teams have to think twice about rotating to somebody else. So guys are going to get wide open shots when they're on the floor just because of his presence. On top of that, he does a lot of little things. I mean, I thought he hit a three in the opposite corner of Cleveland's bench. It's just because he ran his butt hard to that corner and beat the defense down, and it put them in a predicament. And they had one defender over there, and that defender had to choose the ball, had to stop the ball. And it's very, very small. It doesn't show up in the stat sheet, but when you run that hard and you run to the spot, like we preach, because we really believe in getting to the corners, good things happen for everybody, including yourself. And he did it, got a wide open three and knocked it down. And his ability to rebound in traffic, because he's a big physical guy, is really good. And so the more he plays, it seemed like the better he's gotten for us. Even defensively, he understands angles. He's a big, strong guy, so he's able to take the hit, not necessarily fold, and he works really hard at it. So, I think the sky's the limit for him too. And he's starting to get his groove a little bit with the more minutes that he gets.
Coach, congrats on 400. I know it's still early and there's still rotations and lineups that you're working with, but tonight you went with Keon over Davion. Can you just explain that decision?
Yeah, Keon's played well since we threw him in the game in Houston. And, everybody looks at that game and they may say, well, he went in, it was a blowout game. But, for young players, whether you get 30 seconds, 5 minutes, or 10 minutes in a blowout win or a blowout loss, it should be a lesson learned to everybody that watches us, all the little kids in 5th, 6th, 8th, 10th grade. It doesn't matter if you get quote-unquote mop-up minutes. Some people call them scrub minutes, whatever you want to call it. You call it however you want to do it. But if you go out there and you play your tail off, you're going to have a chance to earn some real minutes. And that's what Keon did. And then when he got his opportunity, he played the right way and he helped us win games. And so he deserved another opportunity when Fox got back, and so I gave it to him. And Davion's going to have to do the same thing. He's going to have to keep being who he is, and when he gets an opportunity, whether it's for 30 seconds or, like I said, 5 minutes or 15 minutes or 10 minutes, he's got to go play the right way and impact the game, by not doing too much, but being who he is and playing towards his superpower to help us win. And if he does, maybe he'll get another opportunity, and the next thing you know, he's back. So it was just a matter of me feeling that Keon's played well enough to earn those minutes. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.